40 meters of open ground. That's all that separates the Germanic warband from the Roman line. Hundreds of warriors, tall, ferocious, chant a guttural war cry, their rhythm kept by the heavy beat of weapons against shields. They're coming for Roman blood, coming to fight for Arminius, the man who destroyed 3 entire legions in the darkness of the Teutoburg forest 7 years ago. They are confident they can do it again. But this is not the Teutoburg forest. They forget that they're facing the most efficient army of the era. A legionary stands in the front rank of the second cohort. Sweat stings his eyes in the oppressive summer heat. His name is Maximus, though it could be any of the 40,000 men in formation behind their red shields. The Germanic warriors begin their charge. What happens in the next 7 minutes will demonstrate exactly what made the Roman army the most deadly fighting force in the ancient world. They now hold the first stage of the Roman defense. Going beyond courage or numbers, what makes Rome unstoppable is a 3-part weapon system designed to shock, block, and kill. Maximus raises the first pilum. This is the heavier one, around 2 kilograms of wood and iron. The lighter, second javelin rests in his left hand, which also carries his shield. At first glance, the pilum is simple in appearance, a wooden shaft leading to a long, slender iron shank and pyramidal tip. Yet, this weapon helped Romans secure multiple victories in the mid-Republic. The centurion stands at the right of the formation, judging the speed of the charge. He's done this hundreds of times over his career. The enemy closes to 30 meters, 25, 20. The command is given. Yakite! Maximus leans back, using his shield as a counterweight, before launching his arm forward. The pilum leaves his hand with a sharp whistle. The weapon arcs through the air as part of a storm. 80 pila launched simultaneously now fall on the Germanic line, who have their shields up. The first throw's genius lies not primarily in killing. It is designed to disable, disrupt, and break momentum. Maximus' pilum slams into the Germanic oval shield, embedding itself within. The warrior stumbles as he tries to advance, but the weight of the embedded javelin catches on the ground. He reaches for the shaft to wrench it free, but the soft iron shank bends under stress. The Germanic warriors can't pull it out and use it against the Romans. All along the enemy line, people discard their shields, useless weight hanging from bent javelins. Some unluckier ones get themselves wounded behind their shields. Others stumble over embedded javelins left on the ground. But the Germanic warriors are fierce. Despite the disruption, they push forward through the chaos. Maximus reaches for his lighter reserve pilum. The next volley would be closer, more accurate, more deadly. Upon the centurion's mark, Maximus hurls his pilum flat and hard. It doesn't just strike a shield. It punches through and into the warrior behind it. The man's own forward movement drives the pyramidal tip deep into his chest. The first line of Germanic warriors fall as soon as the pillar meets them. Those still standing are mere meters away, but their momentum is gone. The disruption phase is complete. The field between the lines is littered with discarded shields and bodies sprawled around embedded pila. The centurion's voice rings out. Cuneum formate! Maximus shifts and feels his fellow legionaries behind him press closer, all of them preparing to meet the enemy charge. Maximus lifts his scutum. The shield is massive, over a meter tall and wider than his shoulders. Almost 10 kilograms worth of birchwood, linen facing, and iron boss. His hand braces the horizontal handle, and his arm burns from strain. But by now, he's carried this shield through 2 summers of campaigning. The weight is familiar. The sentry advances at a walk, the formation controlled. Ahead, the Germanic warband regroups into a ragged line. Their war cries build. Words Maximus doesn't understand, but the intent is clear. One warrior in particular, massive, bearded, wielding a long iron sword, locks eyes with him. The distance closes. 15 meters. 10. Maximus tightens his grip on the scutum, while his right hand moves to his weapon. The rectangular shield provides near full body coverage from shoulder to shin when he needs it. The Germanic warriors break into their final charge, closing the remaining gap at a sprint. Maximus lowers his stance, bracing his right leg back, his shoulder and elbow set firm behind the shield. Impact. The Germanic warriors slam shield first into the Roman wedge, trying to break their guard. Maximus's scutum takes the hit. His left shin, knee, elbow, and shoulder, already braced at an angle behind the shield, absorbs the shock. The warrior recovers quickly, bringing his longsword up for a vicious overhead slash aimed at Maximus's head. He catches the blow with his scutum, letting the curve do the work. The blade's edge screeches as it deflects sideways, scraping past Maximus. The warrior overextends, pulled off balance by his own momentum. In a sharp movement, Maximus pushes his left arm forward and drives the Iron Shield boss into his enemy. The warrior staggers back from a heavy shield punch, his weapon and shield momentarily out of position. For a fraction of a second, there is an opening. Maximus' right hand, which has been waiting behind the protection of his shield, strikes forward. The gladius reinforced point finds the exposed armpit, a target drilled into every recruit. There is no armor protecting the Germanic warrior there. The blade enters his flesh, and he yells, his grip on his weapon faltering. Maximus pulls his sword out. The Germanic warrior reels at the gashing wound, dropping his guard completely. Maximus retracts his arm and thrusts again, aiming for the abdomen. He feels the resistance change as the blade penetrates his enemy's skin and insides. After a sharp twist, the warrior drops. His hand is clutching the wound, with blood spreading dark across his clothing. He'll be dead in minutes. But Maximus has already moved on, resetting his stance as the next Germanic warrior comes. Maximus recalls the countless hours spent at the training post. Soldiers practiced with double-weighted wooden swords, called the rudies, for months before deployment. The weight helped develop the arm strength and endurance necessary for prolonged combat. All that training pays off. His thrusts stay fast and accurate even hours into battle. Another Germanic warrior rushes forward. This one is more cautious. He keeps his distance, spear extended, trying to use his reach advantage. Then he drives the spear forward, testing Maximus's defense. Maximus catches the spear thrust on his scutum and pushes it upward, moving the weapon out of range and offline. He snaps forward, his gladius aiming at the exposed upper thigh, another target the instructors highlighted. Always target the unarmored areas first: face, throat, armpit, groin, feet. The man screams and falls forward in pain. Maximus delivers the finishing blow across his neck. A horn blows. On instinct, Maximus steps back, and the legionary from the rank behind him moves forward to take his place. This was the Roman manipular system that allowed them to fight tirelessly. Their checkerboard formation allows them to rotate fresh troops to the front with minimal exposure. The relentless pressure works. The Germanic line breaks gradually. Those who don't retreat fast enough are cut down by the front ranks. Maximus recovers his breath in the back line, knowing the battle continues without pause. Eventually, the centurion's voice cuts through the noise.
Ordinem servate!
The century stops advancing. They don't chase the fleeing warriors and keep discipline. Maximus is exhausted, but alive because the system protected him. He looks at the carnage. The lethality of the Roman army stemmed from integration. The pila disrupted enemy formations and stripped away shields at range. The scutum provided mobile defense and created openings in close combat. The gladius delivered efficient blows. Maximus glances at the soldier next to him, who holds the same equipment as he does. This was standardization. Compared to their tribal foes, this order combined with discipline made Roman legionaries effective yet replaceable components in a larger machine. His own aching muscles prove the final element: training. The long marches and drills with weighted weapons ensured peak physical conditioning. With the manipular system, they could wield their heavy equipment for hours and outlast opponents with equal or greater overall numbers. While the precise drills and strategies of Maximus's time are lost to history, the results of the system are undeniable. To this day, the Roman legacy endures in military doctrine worldwide. Standardized equipment, systematic training, adaptable tactics, unit cohesion over individual heroics, these remain foundational principles. The lesson is consistent across centuries. Organization defeats numerical superiority when applied systematically. Rome proved this across 3 continents, and modern armed forces still build upon that foundation. Maximus plants his shield in the earth and exhales. Tomorrow the legion marches again. If you found this journey into the world of a Roman legionary compelling, please like this video and subscribe to The Epic of Al-Umam for more historical documentaries.